Hello! Welcome to our first live show for the Pages and Pals. So this is a new show that me and the BookTube chicks decided to start. It's a monthly live show where we're going to just hang out and read with different people and guests. And today we do have a special guest with us. We're very excited. So you guys can go ahead and introduce yourselves, whoever wants to start.
I guess I'll start. Okay. Hi guys, my name is Chloe. I am from the BookTube channel BrunetteBibliophile. I read a lot of YA, contemporary, and adult romance and rom-com. And yeah, it's a fun time over there. Are we also doing what we're reading right now too?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I have two different books, but I think I'm going to end up reading. It's part of a secret TBR, so I can't say anything too much, but I'm really excited about it, even though I've just barely started.
I can go next. I'm Allana. I'm the special guest. I have the channel The Awkward Book Nerd. I mainly also kind of read YA, contemporary, but this year I feel like I've been branching out a lot more into just like fantasy and stuff too, so that's been fun. I am still deciding what I'm gonna read. I am stuck between The Black Kids by Christina Hammonds Reed and then The Savage Shawn Song by V.E. Schwab. So I think I'm just gonna last minute pick something up, whatever I touch first, I guess, and then I'll read that.
Hello, I'm Desirai from LibriLabra. I'm an older booktuber, but these ladies keep me young. I like to read lots of YA, but I also read nonfiction and memoirs and self-help and productivity books. So I'm kind of all over the place.
That's true. You always read things that I would never pick up personally. Okay, so if you are, wait, did you say what you were gonna read?
Oh, today I'm reading Lobizona by Romina Garber.
Okay, so we are just gonna go ahead. We're gonna do the way this live show is gonna work. Well, obviously, it's the first one, so we're gonna do trial by error, kind of thing. We're just gonna do a 20-minute sprint of reading first, and then we'll take a break, talk about what we're reading, how we're feeling, and then we'll do another 20-minute sprint, and then we'll end the live show. If you are hanging out with us, and of course, go ahead and pick up your book and let us know in the comments of what you are reading, because we would obviously all love to know that you're here with us. I'm personally reading The Iron King by Julie Kagawa. She wrote the Shadow of the Fox series that I read a few months ago and I absolutely loved, so I want to read all of her books now. I have to say I'm almost done with the book, but I don't quite love it as much as the Shadow of the Fox series. And also this month I'm kind of like going through not a reading slump, but I'm just like I'm not reading as many much, so it's already halfway through the month and this is the only book that I've gotten through so far. So we're gonna go ahead and I guess start reading. We can stop at 5:25, I guess. Are you guys okay with that? Okay. All right, then let's go then. Okay. That was about 20 minutes. So I guess we can talk about like how we're feeling about the book that we're reading. I'm actually slightly more disappointed in this book than I was by her other works, which was The Shadow of the Fox. A lot of people told me that this is actually very, very good, and I see the potential in it. But my biggest issue that I have with books is, first of all, stupid main characters and insta love, which both this book has. The insta love is really, really bad. It's so bad, guys. She doesn't even know this guy, and she's so attracted to him. Her life, literally, like the chapter I just read, they were running away from this dragon, and they didn't even kill the dragon. They just put him down, like hit him, and he's on the ground. They don't know if he's dead, and then they decided to kiss right there and then. And I'm like, are you dumb? And of course, the dragon was not dead. And she's also this story is about this girl. She grew up human, but she finds out she's like half fae or something. So she gets taken to the Fae land. She has to do something there. And the Fae are known to be tricksters in this world. So anything that you say or do, it could get twisted, and you could be, there's consequences to what you're saying. So you have to be very careful about what you say and the promises that you make. So you cannot say to a fairy, okay, I promise I will do this, because they'll twist it in the end and they'll make you do something that you didn't want to do in the beginning. And she's so dumb because she says, I will do this, or I promise, to everyone and anyone that she meets. And I'm just like, girl, you are so dumb. Think about what you're saying. And I'm sorry. Yes, Laura. Hi. Thank you for checking in. So this is a live show. It's just basically our first live show for the Pages and Pals. It's kind of like a reading live show. So we're just basically reading together, hanging out. We're taking a break right now. We just did a 20-minute sprint going on. And so we're now just talking about the books that we've read, and I started ranting about the book that I'm reading, so sorry. But yeah, so basically my book is going in that direction. If anyone else wants to go ahead next.
I haven't read that book in years, so I definitely want to. I want to reread it soon. My book is going really good. I'm like one page away from like part 2 of the book. So I really want to see what's going on with that. I don't know, without trying to say too much, since it's part of a secret video, with this book, like I started off like with it, and then once it picked up, it got better. It kind of went a little bit more into the but I think it's starting to get better now.
I guess I can go. So I'm reading Lobizona, and it's got a lot of Harry Potter references in it. And you can tell that it's kind of trying to create this magical world very similar to the wizarding world. But there are brujas and there's lobizones, which are the werewolves. But it's also mixed in with like immigration and deportation and stuff like that. So the main character kind of doesn't know. She doesn't know that she's obviously going to be the chosen one. Like you could tell that that's what it's leading towards. There's going to be like a chosen one trope. But it's just right now she's in this other world where she's kind of learning about the werewolves and the witches, and it's like a school and they're being taught stuff. And so there's a lot of references to Argentinian food and traditions, and they also have, like, I don't remember what the name of their game was, but they do have a sport that's very similar to football that they play. And so like it's just very easy to see how it's similar to the wizarding world, especially when the references are like in there. But I'm enjoying it so far. I like that there's a lot of Spanish in it, like more so than I've seen in other Latinx books that I've read, which I think is pretty cool. And you know, she usually follows it up with some text in italics, just kind of providing context for what it's saying. But I like that the character also stops to think about the different accents, right? So she'll hear something in Spanish and she'll be like, oh, that sounds Argentinian, or oh, that sounds Peruvian, or oh, like she takes a minute to, because not all Spanish is the same, you know? And I like that the main character acknowledges that and kind of talks about that.
So I decided to pick up Black Kids because I had already started it. So I was like, let me just work a little further and try and finish it. In case you don't know, this is basically about a girl who, like, she's Black, but she's very privileged. She goes to, like, very prestigious high school. Like, her parents are very well off. And this story takes place during, well, before, during, and after the Rodney King trials happened. And so it's basically like going about how this affects her during that time because she is privileged in the like aspects of like money and stuff like that, but also the fact that she is still Black. So far it's good. It's interesting because you can tell the author literally makes this main character unlikable. Like she's literally like there's nothing to like about her. But I think that's what makes it interesting because like you're still like going along with her story and just kind of seeing how this plays out. So like I'm definitely intrigued to see how this goes, and I'm still holding out hope that maybe she gets better, even though like some of my friends said it doesn't get better for her. But I'm hoping, or at least like there's some light at the end of the tunnel for any of the other characters in this book, because some of them are really bad too, and I'm like, I don't know if I like you either. But so far, I'm at least liking like just kind of reading about the time of when everything was happening.
Yeah, hi Ruthie, or good afternoon. So in case you guys are joining in, this is the first live show for the Pages and Pals, which is basically going to be a monthly live show where we just hang out together and we read together. And right now we're taking 5-minute break. We just finished doing a 20-minute reading sprint. So if you want to join us, we're going to start another 20-minute sprint. And also, I did forget to say this at the beginning of the live show. If you guys are interested in joining this live show where you just basically come on in and you read with us, obviously you can read with us right now if you want to, but if you like to participate in the live show as well, just don't forget to, you can comment down below, you can tweet me, you can DM me on Instagram or any other person on this live show. Just let us know and we'd be happy to have you. So we're gonna go ahead and start another 20-minute reading sprint, and it's 5:33 p.m. Eastern time for me right now. So I guess we'll just go to I'm frazzled. 5:55, so that's 20 minutes from now. And so we're just going to go ahead and get started. And again, if you're just joining us, go ahead and grab your book and just read with us. Okay. So that is the end of our second reading sprint. If you guys want to let me know how you felt about these books, about your books that you're reading. So in my book, it's just basically, they're on a quest to do things, and I just want her to focus on the quest and not focus on how good looking her companion is. But we're gonna have these brief pauses of look how good looking he is throughout the book. So I'll just have to deal with it. Chloe, let me know how your book is going.
So I'm right at like the last page of a chapter again, and it's getting better. It's getting interesting, and I don't know. I'm looking forward to see like what the deal is with this book, especially because I've heard that the ending like kind of ends on a cliffhanger. So
if you could rate your book right now, what would you give it? 3. Okay.
3.
Silence for a moment. When Ash
Desiree, I guess.
So, there's like a little bit of setup going on in my book, I feel like, for who the love interest is going to be. And I think another character already has a thing for him. So I feel like it's going to get messy. Like there's probably going to be, I'm like halfway into the book now.
Okay.
So I'm halfway into the book, and like I'm kind of wondering, with Latinx culture, there tends to be a lot of jealousy in regards to like relationships and a lot of machismo, and like I'm wondering if that's going to play a role in the story at all. So that'll be interesting to see.
What would you rate the book if you had to rate it right now?
I'm definitely like interested, and I like a lot of the elements, and I know it's like the first book in a series, so they're kind of setting everything up. I would say like if I were going to rate it right now, I'd probably give it a 4.
Okay. How about you, Allana?
Well, she's not making the best choices, and there are just so many cringe moments because of the choices that she's making right now that I'm like, ugh. Like, I literally was texting one of my friends, and I was like, please tell me, like, I was like, I think I've gotten to the part where it's supposed to get like worse, and I was like, but I hope, like, I'm like upset, and then she goes, oh, but it gets even worse. And I was like, oh no.
How far are you into the book?
I'm only on page 122 out of like 362. So like not even halfway. But like I knew I've been taking my time reading this because of how like it's not intense, but it's just because of how unlikable she is. It's I'm taking my time with it because I'm like, it's a lot to like process. But like, wow, I don't know. I'm like, I'm teetering. I'm like, maybe I should DNF this before.
So if you had to rate it right now, what would you rate it? A 1 or 2?
I think I would rate it like a 4 because I know the author is doing it on purpose.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It'd be one thing if the author was like, no, you were supposed to like her, and then I'd be like, oh, that's a 2. But I know she's doing this on purpose. Like, you're technically really not supposed to like her. And, like, she's doing a good job. So, like, I think I would still give it, like, a 4. Maybe a high 3. I don't know. But I'm still... I'm going to continue on just to see how this ends, and we'll figure it out then.
You said your friend liked it?
Yeah, she liked it. I mean, she didn't like the girl either. She was like, I hated her. But she was like, it's still a good story. So that's what I'm trying to like stick with. Like, keep in mind, because the story is good still, but it's just her that I'm like,
well, hopefully it gets better for you. Because I mean, 122 and hopefully the rest of the book is better.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and like start another book so I can like switch off and read something that actually has a character I like in it, and then back and forth. So hopefully that helps too.
See, for me, like there are certain people who really focus more on like the plot of a story. So a plot of a story could really break or make a book for them. For me, it's the characters. So if the character's unlikable, I just like I trash the whole book. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same way. Like I'm a character-based reader. Like I have to connect to the characters. But like because I know that she is supposed to be unlikable, that's why I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try and finish this through because I at least want to see what the author is trying to do with this. Like especially because like I do still consider it like a good book and like a book people should read if they like obviously if they want to, but like I just don't wanna like I don't want to miss, I guess, the message, if that makes sense.
right. Yeah. Okay, well, thank you guys for joining. Thank you, Allana, for being our special guest today. In case you are tuning in, we're ending our first episode of the Pages and Pals live show. This is going to be a monthly event, and I was checking my calendar because I know we talked about it before, but our next live show is right now it's scheduled for September 12th. It may change, but right now it's scheduled for September 12th. It's a Saturday. Allana, if you would like to come back, we would love to have you, of course. But basically, it's just a read-in. We hang out. We talk about the books that we're currently reading, and we read a book. There's no group book. It's just whatever you're currently reading right now. Just bring it to the live show and just talk with us in the comments about the books that you're reading. So we would love to have you guys join in every month. Of course, if you guys are also wanting to actually be in the live show, go ahead and leave a comment as well. You can also DM me on Twitter and Instagram, and we of course add you to the live show because we would love to have you. But thank you so much for everyone who joined us for our first episode of this monthly event. It is obviously I'm still very awkward. I don't host anything normally, so this is my first time hosting anything on my show, on my channel. But anyways, thank you guys so much. Make sure you check out these ladies. All of their links are down below in the description. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching, guys. And I'll see you on the next. So make sure you mark your calendars for September 12th. If that date does change, I will be posting it on my Twitter. So make sure you follow me on Twitter, or you can follow these ladies as well. All right. Bye. Bye, guys.
Bye.